right. Hello, chat. How's it going? Hopefully well. We're back. We're playing more Resident Evil 0. Continuing with the no recovery items run, which has been going well. Surprisingly. I think I was like at the end of the train. I think both characters are still like perfectly green healthy, good to go. Things are going well. Although the train isn't exactly the area that I'm worried about. I would say the only areas I'm really worried about are the training facility, as weird as that might sound, and the final boss game. There. I feel like those are genuinely going to be the only issues here. Other than that, Infinite Ammo Magnum should carry. Infinite Ammo Magnum is gloriously overpowered to actually have like decently early in the completion too, to where I can use it for the challenge runs. It's amazing. I love it. Double Fine announced a new game at the Xbox Dev Direct. It's a team PvP game. Wonderful. I did not watch the Xbox Direct. I didn't see it. How good Fable looks? Does it look good? Because I know the last couple times we saw Fable, it was a bit up in the air, you know? It looks awesome. I don't believe you. There's no way. That would be great. I love Fable. But just the first couple times we saw it, I was like, ooh. Yeah. They nailed it. All right, we'll see. We'll see. We'll also see if I can get the speedrun achievement snagged on this run as well. That would be great. I mean, to get the speedrun achievement, it would basically just be getting through the game before the end of stream. Just front to back, pretty much. Getting this far in the train didn't take more than 30 minutes. Being a woke, ugly woman or whatever. No, the tone in the first couple showings of it were really weird. Rebecca will stay behind.
I'll go over to the back deck.
Like, weird compared to what you would typically think for Fable. It was sort of like, uh-oh. It just didn't feel like Fable. But I'll take it if it looks good. That would be great. Blam! Yeah, I think we should be fine. No healing items, but infinite magnum. We'll see how this goes. You know, I'm on the edge of my seat. It's gonna be a nail biter right here. Fable was revealed? Fable was revealed like 3 years ago. Something like that. But I guess they showed more at the Direct today that I did know was happening. I just didn't watch it. I saw the thumbnail and I was like, well, this probably won't have too much. But apparently I missed a good Fable trailer. So I may have been wrong. It felt like Fable 2. Oh. How the fuck? Now I really need to see it. How could that be the same game they had shown before? How could it be? I'll have to see it. I'm curious now. I didn't know there was a showcase until like 8 a.m. this morning. It was just randomly like in my YouTube recommended. Right, I have to do math. I got a little aggressive with the nines there. This is the one that's tricky. Gotta actually do the math. Does she just punch it in? Okay, yeah. 81. 9, 18, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. There. Easy clap. I know what I'm doing. Oh, I'm not Billy. Oh, missed one. My bad. I did not mean to miss one. We're already dipping into brain rot. You're lucky Mickle's not here. I am just going to try to blast this because my RE0 knowledge is not great, and the training facility is definitely the area that has, like, the most going on. So we'll see. I could start over here. I can get Rebecca a shotgun. Get that shortcut open. This is gonna be a really tense run of RE0, you guys. I'm telling you, it's gonna come down to the wire here on whether or not I can do it without any healing items. It's gonna be close. It's gonna be real close. 2 meters wide oak, like proper oak, like a legit oak desk. That shit's gonna be heavy as fuck. I mean, it would be nice. It's just that's gonna be heavy. I do not envy you moving it in, is all I'm saying. Kinda, but also no. Yeah, I would just play 1 and then 2 and then 3 is there. You know, if you feel compelled. You probably will, but then if you pick up 3 for a little bit, you probably will no longer feel so compelled. So just go for it. Do you think we'll get a new RE movie after the 2026 reboot? Or will they quit making live actions? It probably is just dependent on the performance of the new one. I wouldn't hold my breath, but if it performs well enough, then they'll probably get started on a new one regardless of whether this one is good or not. I am pretty certain though that thing that the Sheva voice actress was teasing was a new CG movie though. Like I'm fairly certain it has to be a new CG movie. Village could be made into a wild movie. I mean, Village already is like just the craziest game that you could ever stream to a friend over Discord, like screen share. I remember when Village came out, plus it was COVID still at the time. Not like full lockdown, but it was early 2021. Most people still weren't going out much. And Village was like the craziest game to hop in a Discord call with friends, and one person is just playing Village and everyone else is just like, what the fuck is even happening in this game? Imagine making a movie but never showing Ethan's face. I mean, hey, they are very playful in some things, cough, cough, wink, wink, about having Ethan in them, but avoiding showing his face in sometimes the goofiest ways. That's locked because of the crank. I was like, why is that door over there locked? I forget. I'm too used to Leech Hunter's progression now. Where, like, literally in Leech Hunter, the only doors that are locked are the fire key doors, and everything else is just open from the start. I got so used to that, doing, like, 3 full streams of Leech Hunter. Is Rebecca still okay? Of course, they went straight for Rebecca when I'm trying to just zoom. Rebecca still has green HP. We'll take it. My routing could have been a bit better, but something tells me even if my routing isn't perfect, just because my knowledge isn't that good, we might be fine on doing the speed run this playthrough as well. The less than 3.5 hours playthrough. Odds seem good to me. It took my membership again? Get fucked. No membership for you. Yours gets taken away for 2 days every month. For some reason. That we still can't figure out. Hey, Chole, do you like Godzilla? He's aight. But you know what fucks up Godzilla? Rebecca Chambers with an infinite ammo shotgun. Godzilla never stood a chance. You like KFC? I think KFC's all right. I don't think it's like the best fast food chicken, but it's solid. It's everyone always brings up that it's greasy, but I'm like, yeah, it's fast food fried chicken. Of course it's greasy. Like, what did you expect? You're gonna get some nice, clean chicken, high quality, healthy chicken from KFC? No. It's all right. I don't love it. I don't go out of my way for it. The bowls are pretty good. Like the mac and cheese bowl with the chicken in it. That's tasty. I can admit I like that item from KFC. That's a good one. I had KFC one time, never again. Why? My one regret is not getting the, I think they call it the double down, that limited time item that they've run maybe like twice now, at least that I know of, where it's a chicken sandwich,
Okay.
but it's literally just 2 fried chicken breasts with a piece of cheese in the middle. Like the chicken is the bun and there's just cheese in between, but it's really just 2 pieces of fried chicken with cheese in it. And they're like, yep, it's a sandwich. And it's like artery clogging fast food, but it's one of those things that as an American, I'm like, why didn't I stop by and try that? I should have tried that just for the one time. Like, I should be able to say that I've eaten that. That is one of those things that I, as an American, should have consumed at least once in my life. Right? I think we'll get Hunk in RE9. Probably not. Hunk is kind of in a weird spot. Now that I'm thinking about it, I really haven't thought about like a potential Hunk comeback. Oh my god. But Hunk is really in a bit of a weird spot in terms of like, can he come back? Really just because he was Umbrella's like #1 operative, right? But old Umbrella, that Umbrella shut down in the early 2000s. And then there was no Umbrella for a long time. And in like the mid 2010s, Umbrella reformed, but like, did Hunk just go back to the new Umbrella after they reformed, even though there had been like 10 years in between? Did Hunk go somewhere else? Like, he could come back? But I guess there's a lot that Capcom would have to like flesh out with a Hunk comeback in that sense, just because it's like, well, where the fuck did he go? In the interim, like, where has he been? We haven't seen Hunk. Well, to be fair, we've only seen Hunk in a canon scenario one time. I was gonna say, like, we haven't seen him in ages, but we've only ever seen him in a canon scenario once. And that was RE2. Everything else, he's like a secret side character who just pops up in like mini games, right? But even then, we haven't seen Hunk. Well, I guess he was in RE4 remake, but timeline-wise, since RE4, even if you include stuff like that. A third RE Chronicles game about Hunk would be sick. It could be cool. I don't think Hunk should be fleshed out. I agree. I feel like Hunk works better just as is, with us not really knowing much of anything about him. Because even, like, a lot of the... Oh, this is awkward. There. A lot of what we do, in quotes, know about Hunk, a surprising amount of that isn't even from official material. Like, the name Human Unit Never Killed, like that abbreviation, it's not even official. That's a fan creation. The fandom came up with that and dubbed him Human Unit Never Killed. So even like some of the stuff that we do, in quotes, have for Hunk are just like community fandom creations. Fan canon, thank you, fan canon. Like, we really don't know much of anything about him. It did make me really happy when I played Umbrella Chronicles, though, and I was trying to unlock, like, every scenario. Because a lot of them are secret and hidden behind, like, if you get this rank in this level, then you unlock this other secret level sort of thing. There's a lot of that in Umbrella Chronicles, and I was trying to get all of them for the video. And it made me very happy when, like, the final super secret unlock at the end of the whole game was a 4th Survivor mission where you play as Hunk escaping the R.P.D, but in rail shooter format. That was very fun. That might actually be my favorite Hunk appearance. Spoilers? Everyone will forget I said it. It's okay. I did use footage of it in the video, to be fair. But he's like the mega super secret final level that you can unlock if you do like all the other challenges at the end of the game. And I love that. I feel like that is like the perfect way to use Hunk. Like having him be the final mercenaries character, the final unlockable level in a mode like, or just in a game with that kind of structure, stuff like that. I feel like that's exactly what Hunk should be. Oh, wait. Rebecca. Give me some room here. I forget that I'm not playing Leech Hunter. I have to actually push this. Hunk mode. Could you imagine at the end of RE9? Could you imagine if we got like this crazy hunk rampage at the end of the game, similar to like the Chris Redfield one near the end of Village, where you just swap to playing as Hunk for like 10 minutes at the end of the game and go fucking crazy on everything? That 10-minute section of Village lives so rent-free in my head. I bring it up so often because it really, I feel like it's like the most memorable part of Village. Just swapping to Chris Redfield for 10 minutes and absolutely mowing down everything that Ethan struggled against the whole game. It's wild. It's so good. I love that bit. That would be crazy. Hunk rampage near the end. With his neck snap move from like RE4. His neck breaker. It would be perfect. It would be perfect. I want more of the homie Tofu. I am honestly surprised that we have not seen more Tofu, like secret modes and stuff throughout the years. Because I feel like Tofu, granted, I get that he was just like a one-off funny bit, but I feel like for so many gaming franchises, that's the sort of like super secret thing at the very, very end that would become a tradition, you know? Especially with how hard it is to unlock it in RE2, where you have to get like 6 A rank completions and beat all 4 scenarios at least once on the same save file, and then it just randomly unlocks. Original RE2. It's way easier to unlock Tofu in the remake. But original RE2, it's like, oh, you got the max rank on the game like 6 times and you've already beaten every other scenario? Okay. Now you get to run around as a piece of tofu with a knife. It's just, I feel like that's the sort of thing that tends to become a tradition in like old games. I'm kind of surprised that didn't happen for Tofu. Thinking about it now, he would have been like the perfect secret character tradition, you know? Fucking living piece of tofu that speaks Japanese even in the English release of the game. He's just so ridiculous. I love him. I love Tofu. He does have one other appearance outside of RE2 and RE2 Remake, but for those that don't know, since we are doing the 100%, I will not spoil. I spoiled the Hunk thing, just my brain went too fast. For a game that most people probably don't know Hunk is in. I will not spoil the other secret Tofu appearance that is out there in the franchise, but we'll get to it eventually. Including 2 and 2 Remake as separate games, there are 3 Tofu appearances in this franchise. It was hard to believe the rumors at school when people talked about Tofu when RE2 first came out. That would be one of those rumors that you just don't believe. Did it eat that? I don't see anything, Hot Sauce, but was it a like watch streak redemption thing? You know what I mean. Was it a watch streak? Oh, a quote. Oh. Like a highlighted redeem? Highlighted message or whatever? Or wait, a false quote? Wait a minute, I might have to look at that. Never mind, false quote. Yeah, hold on. I'll look at that in a second. I'm trying to diet. Sorry.
You're playing so hard to get, baby boy? I'm not. I'm playing Mass Effect.
I just can't help but talk about the greaseball fried chicken sandwich that they did for a limited time in American KFCs. It's in my blood. That's what I do. The YouTube one works. Oh, it looks like Twitch redeems ain't working. Like, at all? Like, they're not going through? That's what I was gonna check. Like, I'm not seeing them come through on the bot. But I wonder if they're going through on Twitch even at all. Or if Twitch redeems are just down. That's what I was gonna look at. Are you gonna buy the RE9 skins in Fortnite when they come out? Fuck no. Look, I'm an RE fan, but I stand by, I don't buy cosmetics in games. Even in games that I play, I don't buy cosmetics, much less games that I don't. Like Fortnite. I have bought, well, technically I have bought one cosmetic item in a live service game ever, but even then I didn't pay for it outright. I actually had like credit from that game's free battle passes and stuff just from playing it throughout the year or whatever to get it for free. But when they added a Samantha Maxis operator to Call of Duty Cold War, and I happened to have the COD points like on hand to cover it, I did buy that technically, but it still cost me $0. I didn't actually pay. That's like the only thing ever. I just, on principle, I never buy cosmetic stuff in games. Didn't you play Counter-Strike? I did. I had no skins. I never got into Counter-Strike skins. I am kind of cooking the training facility, actually. Like, to be honest, I thought this was where I was going to be a bit of a mess. But I feel like I'm really starting to figure out my way through RE0. I genuinely feel like I'm starting to learn the flow of it. Not perfectly, by any means. But I feel like I'm definitely on pace to get the speedrun. I keep saying speedrun, it's just an S rank. Because apparently the rank is purely based on time and 0. 2D. Okay, so it starts with 1. So 2 is here. Or sorry, it starts with 0 is what I meant.
I'll go alone.
Roger.
In my head, I was doing it right. And then it's A through F in the back. So D would be here. Right? Yep. Oh, hold on. I have to go look at that. I keep forgetting. Oh. Yeah, my bot is not connected to Twitch right now. Oh, it is connected to Twitch partially. But it's not able to connect to the part of Twitch that actually handles redeems right now. Well, I'm gonna restart it. Chat's gonna disappear. I'm sorry. I'm gonna try just restarting the bot. A streamer's code could never be wrong. It's a Twitch end issue. There we go. It connected that time. It just wasn't connecting to Twitch fully. It connected to everything but the redeems part. Okay, so what all did Hot Sauce do since he came in? Because I can do them for free. Through the bot, which is going to take a second. But hold on, I got you. I got you. You ready? You ready? We got one of these.
I'll also give it to you when she's ready to give it to you. Like the dirty slut you are.
And then he did... Here we go. He did one of these. That did work. And then he did... Hold on. One of these. And then one of these. Hey chat, get this. The bot lost its connection to that part of Twitch again. It had it and now it's gone again. That one was me. And I forgot. There. So yeah, don't do them. Don't do Twitch point redeems, because they're not working at all. Like, they're not even showing up in my bot's feed. So if you do them, okay, your points are gone into the abyss. They're not gonna do anything. Redeem's not available, smiley. Oh, wait. I forgot to go into that room. Yeah, they're just not working. Balls doesn't even work. Hot Sauce's balls don't work. Lore dropped. Slam. You know, chat, this RE0 game, everyone says it's hard. It doesn't seem that hard to me. It seems kind of easy, actually. I don't know. You know, maybe I'm wrong. But, game seems easy. What do you do if they don't drop? Does the doctor do it for you if your balls don't drop? I don't know. I don't think you do anything, to be honest. Like, I think some people just go through puberty like super late. I don't know if there is such a thing. I'm sure there is. As people just straight up never going through puberty. Surely it's happened at some point, but I have no idea what you would do. Like, I think you just are kind of stuck like that. I don't know. Do they put you on, like, hormones, maybe? To try to get it going? The puberty thing? People cannot have puberty? Yeah. I was like, surely that's a thing. I've never particularly heard of it. Balls don't actually drop in a physical sense. You guys, she doesn't need to know this. It's okay. Let her think. Let her think that the balls physically, literally drop. Just let her have this. Okay? Let her have this one. Thoughts on Death Island and Jill in the movie? I really don't. A bit of a spicier take, at least among like hardcore RE fans. I don't really care for any of the CG movies all that much. Like even some of the better ones. Granted, a lot of people just say that they are good in general, but for me, like even the ones that I don't really mind, because some of them I just straight up don't like. Death Island is one. I thought that movie sucked. Sorry. Even the ones that I don't dislike as much, I just find kind of boring. Like, just not all that good. I'm not a huge CG movie fan either, personally. Not that I hate them, but just they don't really do much for me. The spiders are actually going to be scary as fuck. There. I am only now just realizing that, like, we're doing a no saves run. Oh, is there? Yes. Not no saves, sorry. A no healing item run. And I could get poisoned. And like, if I haven't saved my game, that just basically kills the run. Or sets me back a long way. Degeneration was alright. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, that's what I'm saying. Degeneration. Hard word, I know. Like, even that one, it's not awful, but it's just not particularly entertaining either. Like, it's kind of just a boring movie. To me, at least. I don't know. I never really liked them.
I'm almost there.
I'm glad I could be of service. Time to go inside.
How many was there? The CG movies? I think there are 4, right? There's Degeneration, one that I can't remember the name of, Vendetta, and Death Island, right? I think there's 4. Am I right about chat? Is this real? 4 CG movies, right? And what's the one that I'm not... Damnation? Is there Degeneration and Damnation? That sounds right. That sounds right. Vendetta, I remember because it was so fucking ridiculous. That movie had some wacky ass bullshit going on. Infinite Darkness. Thank you. Not Damnation. What is Damnation? Ooh. Monkey. What's in this room? Infinite Darkness is the show. I don't know if I've seen it. The name certainly was familiar. But I don't remember a show. What was that one about? Like one sentence summary sort of thing? Basic premise? Did I need to come in here at all? No. Still green HP. Lots of darkness. I guess that makes sense. fuck's sake. I'm gonna load that save.
Resident Evil 0.
So streamer. Caused more casualties than the zombies. Vendetta was wild. That's like the reason that that one is one that like the memory is stuck in my brain is because it was so over the top. Like just absolute insanity, that whole movie. It's supposed to be like -30 wind chills tomorrow. Welcome to my winters. Oh, only 4 episodes? What was it? I might have seen it. Like, I vaguely maybe remember seeing it. Maybe. I don't know. I don't really remember. I feel like I must have seen it, because I at least thought I had watched all of the CG stuff. I tend to watch them more out of necessity. Again, I've never been a big fan. Like when Death Island came out, I was like, okay, kind of have to watch Death Island. I'm the fanboy. You also get 100+ in the summer. We do. It sucks. We do. It's awful. Hell yeah. Yeah, we get both extremes. It's the worst. At least it's not, like, super dry when it gets hot here. Or super moist. Like, it's kind of just, you know, in the middle humidity-wise, thank God. But, ugh. Which was the boring one in the airport? That's Degeneration. That was the one that I was talking about, where I'm like, even the ones that are okay are just not particularly great. Hello, Cornelius. At least for me. I was in Texas during Christmas break. It was like 70 degrees. Sounds about right. Speaking of Texas, with this insane winter storm that the US is getting, I saw that it's supposed to be like well below 0 even in Texas. And when they said that on the news this morning, I'm like, oh God. People in Texas are dying again. It's happening. It's about to happen again. Because Texas, bro, the temps get low there, and the infrastructure is just not built to handle it. Like, everything goes out when the temps get that low in Texas. It's awful. Their power grid about to shut down again? Exactly. It is so bad. I've already seen the memes of Texans getting 2 inches of snow. It's true, though. Like, it's not even just because the people freak out. And even then, like, the people freaking out because 2 inches of snow, for someone who grew up where I did, is like funny, haha. But at the same time, they freak out because their infrastructure legitimately cannot handle it. And everything drops out. Like, all the power and everything goes. And then, like, yeah, it's below 0. People die from the cold and shit while the power's out. Like, people freak out there for a reason when this happens. But you do save money on taxes. Because they're not building infrastructure. But it saves you money if you live there. That key is to the locker. I don't know if I don't need it. It's for handgun parts. I can drop it. It will only be around 20 degrees here in Texas. Really? They were saying on the news this morning it was going to be below 0 in Texas. It's good if it's only going to be around 20 in Texas. The storm must not be as bad as expected then. Yeah, we'll flip it around. I normally send
Okay.
Rebecca. But shit. Sorry, I saw someone ask, oh, do you love or hate 0? Can't say like. I mean, I do just like 0. I like the game. I enjoy playing the game, but it is my least favorite fixed camera RE. And so, like would be the accurate answer. But I definitely enjoy 0 more than most of the community seems to. That much is for sure. Weirdly, this 100% has been really good. Like, just in terms of all the different content and stuff that's in the game that I've never messed around with, and like the challenge runs are entertaining. The unlockables are great in this game. Like, these genuinely might be the best unlockables out of any of the classic RE games. The 100% process for this game kicks ass. But the game itself is definitely my least favorite from this era of Resident Evil. Blam. Fuck that bitch. Both of those rooms over there, I think, are just, like, ammo and healing item rooms. Where is Barry Burton in the RE universe? Is he alive? As far as we know, he's alive. The last we saw him was Revelations 2, which takes place between 5 and 6. But as far as we know, he should still be alive. There's nothing stating otherwise. I think he's probably just retired at this point. Like, you got to keep in mind he was always older. Wait, wrong direction. Are you in the exploding tree zone? Fuck off. The amount of people who saw the exploding tree zone on social media and genuinely, like, just because they've never been up to this region, they were like, oh my god, it really gets that cold. Are you really? I am in that region, but the amount of people who think that the exploding tree zone is real is crazy to me. If you don't have the context, a meteorologist from somewhere in like the more southern United States, I don't remember exactly where, posted a thing highlighting like most of Minnesota and then some of like Wisconsin and North Dakota as well. And it said like exploding tree risk in that big highlighted zone. He was saying that when the temperatures drop that low, the trees start to fucking explode. And so many people were just like, oh my god, I mean, I knew it was cold up there, but I didn't think it was that cold. Wow. Exploding trees? Are you fucking kidding me? So cold our trees explode? Come on. You can't be serious. My tree explodes sometimes. I knew there was a key item in here. Someone's been modding real life. But yeah, False sent it to me last night. She was like, do you have exploding trees? It's great. I mean, it's also like, what the fuck? How are people so gullible? But it's funny. It is funny. Should I expect it to be better or as good as the OG? I like the remake of RE1 more than the original.
I'll go alone.
Roger.
But I've seen some people over the years who prefer the original. I would say the vast majority of RE fans like RE1 remake more than original RE1. But I have seen people over the years who enjoy RE1 original more.
This way.
Roger.
That meteorologist was trolling? I don't think so. I think he was totally legit. I don't believe there's anything in there that's needed. Top 3 RE game easy is a top 3 for me as well, for sure. Where are the other tablets? One of them is outside. I'm missing a tablet. One of the stone tablets. There's that one. There's the one outside. Is it in here? Hold on, just while I've got a second. Does your house also snap and crack violently when it gets super cold? No. No, it does not. None of the houses I've lived in up here have.
Bibbidi bobbidi bitch.
Oh, fuck. Okay, we got out. Holy shit. That was very close to being bad. Like, really bad. Where's this other tablet? Am I dumb? Is it? Your house got bad knees? It's true. Is it in one of those rooms in the basement, maybe? I'm on fantastic pace to finish the game by the end of stream, for the record. Like, even though I have moments like these, dude, we're fucking flying through. I'm at the end of the training facility. After this, there's the church, which is like 5 minutes. There's the underground lab beneath the church, which is 20, 30 minutes at most. And then there's the water facility, which will probably take like 30 minutes to an hour. I really don't know that area either. I really don't know my RE0 that well. But like, we're putting it together. I've got so much time. Point being, I'm fucking zooming through this game. Or through this playthrough of this game. What's the next game? It is Dead Aim after 0. All right, Rebecca, I'm gonna need you to fuck off. Thank you. No, stay over there. She's... Thank God they let you move her with the right thumbstick. When she's just not doing what you want her to do. Good lord. My favorite, best game. More than RE6? You like it more than Resident Evil 6? Be honest, is it Bruce's giraffe neck that does it for you? RE6 ain't got that neck? I knew it. I knew it was the giraffe neck. I knew it had to be. That bends in the most unnatural of ways. Yeah, that shit's fucked. His neck is not right. There's something seriously wrong with that man's neck. I thought there were 4. Oh my god, I thought there were 4 plague crawlers up there. Fired off 2 shots, auto aim stopped working. I stopped hearing noise. I said, oh, never mind, only 2. No, there were 4. I hit a collateral on the first 2. Just 1 magnum shot, 2 dead. And then I hit a collateral on the other 2. 1 shot, 2 dead. Good lord. How's the portfolio doing today? She's doing pretty good. Not amazing, but it's a good day. It's a good day. One of them must be down in the basement. It must be in one of those 2 rooms that I thought had nothing. If I do get the speed run on this playthrough, this is going to be like 4 achievements that pop at the end of the game. I saw that the UK voted to ban social media for under 16s yesterday. Am I a boomer for saying that I think that's a good thing? Does that make me old? Because, like, I grew up on the internet. But that probably is a good thing. Like, almost definitely. I grew up without the internet, and look at me. You know, she makes a good point. Maybe... a VTuber the worst? That's what I'm saying. Like, growing up without internet... Oh, I have to do this puzzle. That's right. Okay. It goes bottom to top. Bottom of the food chain up. I got it last time kind of just by winging it, so let's see. The wolf eats the deer. The horse can outrun the wolf. But the panther or whatever it is can catch up to the horse. But the snake can sneak up on the panther and kill it silently. But the hawk swoops in and eats the snake. Isn't that how this goes? Fuck yeah. All right. We're learning, chat. We're learning. It's really coming together. I'm getting good at running RE0. It's happening. I'm starting to get the puzzles committed to memory. That's when you know it's really coming together. No tablet in here. Most bullying these days spans from online. It's true. As someone who grew up on the internet, there are things that I should not have seen, and I would have preferred not to have access to the internet so early. I wouldn't say that I would have preferred not to have that access because... Okay, yeah, there is... One of the tablets is in here. Hello, Billy! There's a tablet! Stop inspecting the fireplace. There you go. I agree on, like, I saw things that I should not have seen so young growing up on the internet. But at the same time, I loved the internet. And I wouldn't... Like, if I could go back, time travel shit, and keep young me off of the internet, I wouldn't. But at the same time, it's probably best to not have access to it at that age. Like, I loved the experience. It didn't permanently fuck me up in any way or anything, but there are so many kids that do get, like, genuine, serious mental health issues from growing up on the internet, on social media and all that. So, I would say it's for the best. Even though I loved growing up on the internet. Kids will find a way on it anyway. That's the thing, too. Well, actually, okay, the UK has the whole thing in place where you have to use your, like, government ID to access media platforms for verification and stuff now. So considering that this is the UK, like, I was about to agree with you, but then that occurred to me. Like, considering this is the UK, I think they actually will be able to enforce it. They could use their parents. There probably is some way around it, but generally, I think they'll be able to enforce it better than anyone else would be able to. Even though the whole needing to use your ID for verification thing is some crazy horse shit. The government shouldn't have to get involved, but we don't live in that world. It's kind of a weird one because, like, generally you're right, but with the internet and stuff, it's just impossible to keep track of everything they're doing. Especially if they have any sort of, like,
I'll go check over there.
literacy with those devices, which when they grow up with them, they will, right? Like, my grandma thinks that I'm a fucking wizard for being able to fix her laptop when it's not able to turn on. She thinks that I, like, performed a fucking ritual with my magic hands to get it working again. And all that I did was realize that it was, like, stuck in a sleep mode and wasn't fully shut off. And I held down the power button to fully turn it off and then turned it back on. But she's, like, in awe of what I just did. This is a real story from about 2 weeks ago, by the way. This is... My grandma thought that she had broken her laptop like 2 weeks ago. It was just stuck in sleep mode. And she still is telling my mom about, like, how amazing it is that I'm so good with computers. I just held the power button down. We all will be like this one day. It's true. There will be some other thing that, like, will come around so much later in our lives that we are not going to understand, that the young people will, and we're going to be amazed by their understanding of it. There will be something. What's my health looking like? Still in the green. Still in the green. This no healing items run is way easier than I thought it would be. Granted, infinite ammo Magnum is doing a lot of the heavy lifting here, but still way easier than I thought it was going to be. Hold on, I should grab the fire rounds that are in this room right now. Fire round. Huge. Because Rebecca's going to have to deal with leechmen on her own here. And then also the final boss. Although, when we get the other Magnum later, I guess that can be Rebecca's weapon. It's better than the grenade launcher with infinite ammo. Imagine us in the future asking our fur babies how to turn off the constant ads flash in our brain by Neuralink. This is also one of my things that I'm like, am I already hitting like the boomer curve when we talk about like just things like Neuralink, like implants to connect you to like devices around you or the internet, like directly through your brain? Bro, I want nothing to do with that. Keep that shit away from me. What are you talking about? Hell no. Like, I feel like that's one of my already boomer things that I have. I hear stuff like that and I'm like, dude, I'm never. Like, you cannot convince me to get that. Absolutely not.
Come on.
Okay.
Come on. Good job on the RE videos. Great stuff / work. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed them. Appreciate it. Getting hacked and you're just stuck hard. What the fuck? Why of all things would they do that? Of all things. Why would they do that? They hack you just to make you permanently hard. That'll show him. That'll really get to him. Permanently hard penis. Got his ass. Why is that? Why is that what the hacker is doing once they get into your fucking Neuralink? The Neuralink connects to your PP implant. I was gonna say, isn't Leechman #1 for Rebecca right here? Huge. The flame rounds were a good call. I didn't do that on the last infinite ammo run. I'm glad I thought of it this time. I also weirdly didn't think to grab the Magnum, like the other Magnum, on the last infinite ammo run. Like, what was I thinking? How did I just not see that Magnum and be like, oh my god, both characters can have infinite Magnum? The final boss would have been even easier than it was, had I had that thought. That's locked, right? Yeah. Death by snoo snoo. Death by all of your blood going to your penis forever. Get hacked. Hackermans. Rebecca, why are we aiming there? That's gonna be a bitch later. think we just play it out, to be honest. I missed the other. Shit. Hello, Lucas. Is the other chemical in the first room when I run in? Is this game OG or remake? Barely started getting into art. This is RE0, which came out like right next to the RE1 remake, so they look very similar. Like they came out in the same year. They were a few months apart. I don't know what brain dance is. I haven't played Cyberpunk yet. The brain dance, it's like a... What's it? It's like a thing they got where it basically just projects a movie directly into your brain. Did he kill that zombie on his own? Good shit, Billy. I was wondering if he was going to do that. I was waiting for him to call me. Yeah, it's like VR in your head. It's like a movie that just plays directly to your brain through the implants. But of course, because Cyberpunk, and realistically this is where it would go, it mostly gets brought up and used in-game for porn. Like, more than anything else, that's kind of just the common use for it. No, I missed something for Rebecca. Oh, I remember. It's like in this fucking corner. Yep. There, I got it. I remember. Not the first time I've been running around looking for that. I cast B-movie in your implants, nerd. Can't wait for Black Ops 24 brain dance port. I mean, genuinely, something like that is about the plot of the Black Ops 7 campaign, more or less. The fucking bioweapon, like scarecrow fear gas that fucks with your brain implants. Half the game took place in like nightmare sequences in their implants. That campaign was wacky as fuck. That was one of the FPS campaigns we played on stream for sure. Do you think there will be another RE remake as disappointing as RE3 remake? I doubt it. I think Capcom probably learned a lot from the reception to RE3. And I also doubt that the development circumstances of RE3 remake will ever happen again. Because
Someone has to touch my balls.
the entire reason the game came out like that was just because they tried to do RE2 and 3 remakes like together as one product, but then there were so many dev problems with them kind of biting off more than they could chew with that. Like, I doubt those circumstances will ever occur again. And then I think just in terms of like cutting content from remakes, they definitely learned a lot in terms of how the community will receive that. Because Capcom, as much as people act like it's not the case. They really do a pretty good job at listening to community reception and trying to carry forward with the franchises, whatever it might be. They actually are pretty consistent with this across a lot of their franchises. Not all, but a lot. They try to like go forward, keeping things interesting, like still changing things up, but also staying relatively in line with fan expectations and what they want and stuff. I doubt we'll ever see like an RE3 remake situation again. Granted, if the shit that Dusk was tweeting recently about the Code Veronica remake is true, that would certainly be on par with the RE3 remake, but it's Dusk, so none of it is true. Like 99% chance none of it is true. Thank God, because that all sounded awful. Thank fuck that it is most likely not true. Don't hunters bust out here? Maybe not? Okay. Get wrecked, Dusk. I normally don't shit talk like that on stream, but Dusk is an exception. Throw rumors out and eventually one will be true. I actually just learned from, like, I kind of got down a rabbit hole recently. It was like the timeline of all the RE Village leaks. And I learned that Dusk didn't even leak the werewolves thing first. He just repeated it from someone else who had already leaked it like a few days prior, but that leak didn't get a whole lot of traction. But then Dusk obviously has a lot of followers in the RE space. So he tweeted it a few days later, and most people saw it for the first time from him and associate that leak with him. Like, I always thought that that was his leak. But no, apparently he just reposted it from someone else, like, days prior. And before that, he had said a whole bunch of other crazy shit about RE Village, like how Jill Valentine was going to make an appearance and yada yada. That didn't end up being true. And I was like, wait a minute. So you're telling me the one leak that I always give this guy credit for was not his? I was like, you're shitting me. He's a rumor stealer. Well, most of Dusk's, in quotes, leaks, and he'll say it generally, are just him giving input on things that have already leaked. That's not always the case, but genuinely that is like a good amount of what he posts, is him giving his own input on stuff that has already leaked. But that one apparently got passed off as his own. I don't know. I'd have to look more into it. But like RE9 lately, a lot of what he's been posting like the last month or so, he's always in my feed. Because even though I never put much faith in his leaks, ever, I still read them. I still like to be in the know about like what's circulating. A lot of what he's been doing like the last couple months has just been giving his input on other things that other people are leaking and saying whether he believes it or not and that sort of thing. Literally saying someone else's joke but louder. You're not wrong. And I'm also only so hard on him because there's so much trust put in him from the community. Like that, I feel the need to speak against it more often just because people put so much faith into his stuff. Like, there are so many instances of Dusk says something about an upcoming RE game. It ends up not being true when the game comes out. And then the community is upset that that thing didn't come true because their expectations were set a certain way prior to release. Wasn't it 4 that doubled -2 -1/2? Holy shit, it was. I told you guys I was learning the puzzles. Basically what I'm saying is I only talk out against Dusk and his leaks the way I do. More so just because stuff like that can very heavily influence like community expectations. And if you're not careful with it, that false expectation that you've set can then harm the reception of a game on release. Literally just from some guy on Twitter yapping, right? Like just from some guy on Twitter throwing out random shit that most of the time is just what he would like to happen and not actually what is going to happen. It happened to the Stranger Things community in the run-up to the finale. Did it? What happened with Stranger Things? All right, Rebecca has to come down here. Yeah, hold on. Give Rebecca these. They were so sure things would happen. And we're all talking about it on Reddit, and then the ending was garbage. Oh. I've seen it happen to other gaming communities before, which is a big part of why I'm like, I hate... In any community, when I start seeing it happen, I hate it. It's one of those things in, like, gaming fandoms that just... It's a massive peeve of mine. The conformity gate thing was insane copium. What was the conformity gate thing? What is conformity gate? I bet I'm not going back to the church. I just cleared this whole area. Yeah, I'm good. We'll let it ride. If Rebecca has a rough final boss fight, so be it. I have so much time. The ending was so bad that they all convinced themselves there was a secret 9th episode. Oh.
This way.
Okay.
Insane leaps of logic and shit. Huh. Billy gets tossed. Oh, fuck.
Oh. Ow.
Yeah, we reset that. Rebecca cannot take damage from the Leech Man right here. If she's already orange caution, I'm glad that I saved there. Very glad. They had the date down and everything. Date came and went, nothing. I'm convinced there's an RE3 remake director's cut. Yeah, I guess that's happened in the RE community too, huh? Now that you mention it. Sounds kind of familiar. They still think there's another episode. They just keep moving the goalposts. So is Stranger Things, like, over? I liked the first season of Stranger Things. I did not like the second. I gave the third a chance. I still didn't really like it. I always forget that you have to go do that. I have not even so much as given it a shot since like halfway through season 3. I feel like once the mystery was gone, like once season 1 came to a close, it just went down the fucking shitter. Like at that point, they were just kind of scrambling, trying to come up with things the characters could do going forward to keep the IP running. The first season was good, but it was definitely like that was a 1-season show. They should not have even gone for more. Realistically, they should have just gone for like another like mystery thriller kind of thing in a similar vein, but just made a new series with the same team under Netflix. That probably would have been the way to go. Or do like an anthology, maybe. But no, trying to continue it with those characters was wild. In my opinion, just did not work, like, at all. I vaguely remember a rumor that there was going to be an RE game taking place in the West and fighting Wendigos. I remember this as well. Was that RE 7 that people were saying was going to be in the West with like crazy like Wendigos and other mythological Western creatures? Was that 7? I remember this too. There were a lot of theories about 7 pre actually seeing RE7. Because not only did we know from like Capcom statements that they were going to take the series in a totally different direction post 6, but like it was also very understood. Or sorry, not very. I got totally sidetracked. Sorry. It was understood they were taking things in a different direction. It's what my brain is trying to say while routing my way around. And then it took like 5 years for us to get RE7. So there was a long gap. Like, think the wait from Village to 9 now was how long the gap between 6 and 7 were. So there were a lot of theories. Was it 9? Was it that recent? Was it just like after Village? So it doesn't feel that recent in my head, but if it was like relatively soon after Village came out, that would make sense. The fact they're keeping the story very close to their chests has left me quite intrigued. Yeah, dude, like the fact that when you really look at it, and the fact that like really what's giving it away to me at least is Leon's jacket. Seemingly everything that we've seen of RE9 is from like the first hour or 2 of the game, and we haven't seen anything past that from what I'm guesstimating here, purely based on Leon's jacket. Like heavy emphasis on, I am basing this on the fact that Leon always gets a cool jacket, always loses it like very early in his time in the game, like less than an hour, aside from RE6 where he kept it. I'm assuming like we get roughly a proportional amount of time as Grace first and then into Leon. So genuinely, I think everything we've seen of RE9 in all of the promotional material is from like the first 2 hours of the game. It seems like we have hardly seen anything when you really start to look at it. I'm glad we've not seen loads. It sparks the imagination so much more. Just especially like knowing that we very likely have not seen anything at all in terms of the total game. Like, let's assume the Grace and Leon stories are both roughly as long as your average RE game. It's about 6 hours on average in RE game. Not like speedrun time, but like normal first playthrough time. Let's say it's like a 12-hour game. If we've only seen like stuff from the first 2 hours, and the way that they're talking about what's gonna go down, and like the fact that they used the subtitle Requiem, there's probably so much shit happening in this game story-wise that we just currently have not even been shown a glimpse of. You know what I mean? Like, it genuinely does make your imagination go wild. Right. Ooh. Okay, she's still orange caution. I just saved before taking the train down. I should no damage this fight.
Resident Evil 0.
Because for no healing items, the Queen Leech is gonna suck. Rebecca already being at like the top of orange caution is gonna be bad enough in the final boss. I kind of do need Rebecca to take no damage the whole rest of the way. I think it's a fantastic idea to have half of the game be like 2 remake and the other 4 remake. I think it is a great idea. The only thing I'm somewhat nervous about with that is just the whole like flipping back and forth between them thing obviously can feel weird. And then more than anything, like, it really comes down to how you pace those sections out, right? Like, that's going to be what makes or breaks the whole game, pretty much. Is how well the pacing is done with jumping between the characters. Please save us from this monster. I'm assuming there was a pun. I didn't see it. That's like my one hesitation for RE9 is just how's that pacing gonna be handled? Is it gonna be good? I fucking hope so. Oh.
Resident Evil 0.
You plan to play the game as intended? Grace in first person, Leon in third? I'm probably going to play like a full playthrough of each for both characters, but the first time through, that's probably what I'm doing. It was bad. It was horrendous. He means it was good. I don't know. I don't know if it was good. I didn't really think about the Tyrant. Probably should have considered it earlier. I can't drop the ink ribbons here. First person Leon sounds offensive. What if it kicks ass, though? Like, what if it's just the coolest shit ever? You know? The people need to know. You know what my biggest worry for RE Requiem is, chat? We don't have the exact date nailed down yet. But I'm gonna be moving, like, right around the time that Requiem comes out. That's my biggest worry right now. Bitch. Hope you got hotspot. Yeah. Not like a small move either, like moving to a different state kind of move. Like a big one. That's not where I'm trying to go. We got Tyrant, no damage though, the first one at least. You should delay moving until after RE9 priorities. I've been thinking about it genuinely. Already moving to the 51st state of Greenland. You know, I've really been considering it. I have really been considering moving to Greenland. You know, now that it is about to be a state, maybe. Doesn't seem like it, but we'll see. I don't fucking know. We didn't hear about that yet, did we? Like, what actually happened in that meeting. Like, what the terms of the deal actually were. As far as I know, we didn't hear about it. Did we? Sovereign territory, you say? Are we done with the hookshot? I don't think there are any hookshot locations in the... Is it this one? Yeah, that's right. We didn't? Seems like a whole lot of nothing. Ah. Hold on. I think I see which one I did wrong. It is this one. As inefficient as it seems. And then it is that one. And I think I'm supposed to do this instead of the one I did last time. We played Haunting Ground. I have not fully played Haunting Ground. I've played it a tiny bit, but never all the way through. I guess we're just kind of zooming since I'm not picking up heals or ammo. That one sucks. I'll let it slide because it's a Minnesota one, but that one sucks. That's so shit. That one's awful. Resident Evil 2 question mark? Yes. Or do you mean, is this Resident Evil 2? Because no. I only just realized that might be what you're asking. No, if you're asking if this is RE2, this is RE0. Big man Billy back in action. Oh fuck, he got frogged right away. That bitch. Billy is still green HP. Bro is just chilling this whole playthrough. He's such a unit. That lame ass SpongeBob joke. The SpongeBob joke was better than the pun.
I'll go check over there.
Yeah.
We push. I think I remember how to do this by now. Nuh-uh. Yeah-huh. SpongeBob joke was better. Do you rotate it left? No. Shit. I do remember how to do this. I had to really think. I'm like, is that the way? This is the way. I have the right idea. Yeah, I do. And then we rotate it left. Yeah. Ugandan Knuckles in the Big 26. He's coming back. He's making a comeback, all right? Left again? It's the great meme reset. It sure is. Ugandan Knuckles has to be right about at that point where, like, memes from forever ago become funny again. He's got to be right about there. Just about.
Let's regroup.
Roger.
What even is over here? I do not remember this game. I'm just doing shit as I come around to it. You gotta be talking about muscle bombs for Mickle to turn up. Mickle does have a type. He does. Do you know any survival horror likes that have limited saves? Or sorry, any survival horror that have limited saves that are not Resident Evil, like Tormented Souls? No, I don't. I can't think of any off the top of my head. I feel like I have to be forgetting one. Ammo. Ooh, no. Infinite ammo Magnum is great. Love this shit. Ooh. See, if I'm on top of my game here, we need that. I don't even remember where the other one is, so hopefully I do a good job finding it as we progress here. Never seen it. My possibly hottest take ever as a nerd is that I'm not a Lord of the Rings fan. Like, it's tight. This is going way faster than I thought it would. Like, an hour and a half ago, we were on the train. I think I might get the speedrun achievement. Call me crazy. It was awesome 20 years ago. It's kind of meh now. I saw it like all the way through. Like, I don't know. When did I first watch Lord of the Rings? Probably when I was around 10. It's like 2010-ish. And yeah, I just... And then a buddy of mine a few years ago was like, nah, dude. We're going through all of them, director's cut. He was a big fan. Always trying to convince me that I would like it if I just gave it another go. And I was like, okay. And so we did watch it back through. And yeah, it's still... I don't know, man. I pretty much never... This Magnum is so ridiculously powerful compared to the base one. Holy fuck. I basically never come down here with both characters. It's too much at once? No, it was like over the course of a month. We didn't watch them all at once. But like, point being, he convinced me to go back through all of it as an adult a few years ago, and it still just was like, it's not bad. I'm not enamored by it. I'm not like pulled into it and like super into it. It's all right. It's all right. But no, more does not mean better when it comes to a movie. Or sort of hot take in the modern gaming space, weirdly, video games. More is not always better in games. It's really not. It is really, truly not. Resident Evil. Look at 6. Like, I still get a lot of comments on the RE6 video. They're like, oh my god, I love this campaign. It has so much content. Like, there are 4 whole campaigns. There's like 30 hours of this game. And I'm sitting here like, yeah, that's part of the problem. There's way too much of this game. Like, way too much. It needs to be like less than half that time. Take an 8-hour story-driven game over the Assassin's Creed Collectathon any day. It's true, man. It really is. Shit. Let me get this. Thought so. Is this the way to go? It feels like it's not. Oh, dude, it's totally not. Hold on. Is this room safe? Yeah. There are leeches on the floor. Maybe not. This room, okay. I'll put her back in the room with the chemicals. How old is Mother Miranda? Very old. Hella old. I don't remember how old exactly, but she's real old. I'm gonna run Billy over to her rather than the other way around and then backtrack over there to get the battery. Like, I don't know why I was about to do that. The Order 1886, or whatever it was called, is a perfect example of that. I never played that one, but wasn't that one not great? That was one of the PS4 exclusives that I just never even played. Like, I just completely skipped it. No, it's a good game. Is it? I only ever heard negative things, like back when it came out. Extremely impressive to play through once. Yeah, that might be part of the reason why it was so negative. Over 100, apparently, born in 1890s. That adds up. I was gonna say she's at least 100. That was gonna be like the one thing I threw out. Infinite Magnum for the win. Had great graphics for coming out so early in the PS4. Yeah, I remember everyone basically saying, like, it looks great, but it's basically, like, QTE / cutscene simulator. Which was already, speaking of, at the time, what... I played Rise Son of Rome. Like, right around that time when both of those consoles were new. And... did not love that, and heard that The Order was basically like PlayStation's version of that. in terms of it just being like a short story game that's more like an interactive movie than anything. And I was just like, yeah, no, I'm good.
This way.
Roger.
Dead Rising 3 was a fun launch title. That was definitely the best launch title for both of those consoles right around that time. Dead Rising 3 was 100% the most fun I had with any of like the launch titles for both systems. Can I unlock this door from this side? No. Dead Rising 3 is my favorite Dead Rising. Gameplay-wise, it's my favorite Dead Rising. Like, it definitely, story-wise, is not my favorite. Fucking auto-aim bitch. Damn it. The boss battles were super mid. Yeah, I skipped that. Sorry, I was gonna say, the other big launch title that I kind of enjoyed when those systems came out was Infamous Second Son. But even then, it was just my least favorite Infamous game. Like, it was still Infamous. It still had its fun factor. It had its appeal. But, like, it was the least interesting Infamous game. Oh, I didn't put the fluid in it. Oops. I was like, why did that not work? Hello? I should have just done this.
I'll go check over
The
there.
best Infamous
Okay.
game? I would agree. You know what my favorite, like, over-the-top superhero game of that era was, though? That I recently got working on PC thanks to, like, a community mod that came out a couple years ago that I never heard of until earlier this week and had to immediately download and test out to see if it was true. It was Prototype. That is just the best fucking crazy bullshit superhero game from that era. So just pure fun factor and over the top bullshit. Just so I've been messing around with it a bit in my free time on PC because the Steam port was always abysmally awful. Just the absolute worst Steam port, PC port ever. But apparently this guy a couple years ago came out with a mod called Prototype Fix that, like, you just download it, you run the little bat file once it's in the directory that does its thing, and, like, it fixes the game. And I was like, there's no way it's that easy. Installed it, ran the bat file, opened the game. It just works on PC now and, like, works great. And he even added support for higher resolutions. Because, hilariously, the Prototype PC port was hard capped vanilla at 720p. Just as it actually shipped from the developer. Just always ran at 720p on PC. This guy added support for everything up to 4K though. So, like, it also looks better than I've ever seen it look. I remember that. Wow, it was a terrible PC port. Like, every few years, I get the urge to replay it, and then I boot it up on Steam, and I'm just like, this sucks. This is so shit. This has ruined my urge to replay this game. But man, that is, like, just the most literally in call with False last night, she was working on something. I had my work done for the night. I just booted up Prototype and just fought the military in the open world for like, I think more than 30 minutes straight. Like, I shit you not. I was intentionally letting them call in the strike teams and everything. Like, I was just fucking around for probably close to an hour, actually. It was great. I got that one in my Steam family. Maybe I'll give it a try with that mod. I think it's on, like, PC Gaming Wiki, if you can't just find it anywhere else. It's so good. Like, I'm glad that someone finally fixed the PC version. But I hard disagree that Prototype 2 feels better, for the record. Why did Rebecca not come down the lift? Prototype 2, like, should have felt better. It gets a lot of things right. But aside from the tendrils, like, just the fact that tendrils are there and are awesome, like, the powers just don't feel as good in Prototype 2. Which mod are you referring to? It's just called Prototype Fix. And it just has actually made the PC port not be a steaming pile of dog shit. Kind of just glossed over the second one. The second one, like, has a lot of positives to it compared to the first. Like, I especially appreciate the different parts of the city and all that. But Prototype 1 always just, I don't, there's something about the powers in that game. I think it really does come down to just, they were way more over the top in the first game. Aside from tendrils. Tendrils were awesome. Like, the power that lets you just set up, like, these wild tentacle webs all over the fucking place, those were great. Those were so cool. But that was, like, the one thing. Oh, and Biobomb. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I forget about Biobomb as well. That one was just as good. Fine, I'll reinstall Prototype. We need to talk about Prototype more. Just, not like this community specifically, just like the broader gaming community. We need to talk about Prototype more often. Activision. Feed me. Give me something. It's been like 15 years. Come on. Is Rebecca dead? She's gotta be. Alright.
Resident Evil.
If I had enough money, I would buy the IP. It really, like, Activision, why do we not have Prototype? Isn't it getting a remaster or a remake? Is it? I haven't heard anything about that. Honestly, just a straight remaster of the first game with, like, minor improvements to the controls. That's all a man could ever ask for. Like, I would like a remake of it, but I'm hesitant only because I feel like part of what made Prototype 1 feel as good as it does. But, or sorry, why did I say but? I think the thing that makes that game feel so fun is just that kind of early, like, superhero game, just throwing shit at the wall and letting you do the craziest things the developers could come up with and not really balancing it was kind of what made that game so fun. Like, they really did say, when making Prototype, they were just like, oh yeah, this fucking dive kick, it'll one-shot helicopters. Just, yeah, just jump high up in the air with your crazy charge super jump. Charge up a dive kick at a helicopter, which, mind you, the dive kick can track upwards. So you can just be midair, like freeze while charging this kick, and then launch further into the air while already midair to kick a helicopter, and the helicopter will just explode. So I kind of would just want it to be a remaster and not a remake, purely because I want that early sandbox superhero game aspect to just stay as it was. Just leave it. It was perfect. The stupid, the big fists, the huge, thick fists that you could get, and then you could, like, have him swing them over his head into the ground and launch himself, like, across the street just from the impact of his fists hitting the ground somehow. A game is ridiculous. It's wild. It's so fun for no reason. There's like, what are the craziest powers we can think of? Do it. Can Superman punch helicopters? Heller had a lot more options with the helicopters, but Prototype 2's gameplay, like the way that they tried to make things more cinematic, which was very much like the style at that time, right? Early 2010s. Heller's anti-helicopter gameplay legit boiled down to attach yourself to a helicopter and this little like wheel of 3 options pops up and you press a button of those 3 options and he'll do it. Which for me, like, it looks cool, but it doesn't have the same fun factor of like naturally doing shit. And you can still naturally do a lot, but that was just like the easiest way to deal with a helicopter. Was just attach yourself to it. It pops up with 3 more like buttons. Whichever button you press, he will do something and it will work. It was that era of games. Everything was kind of moving in that direction, right? Yes, we're gonna do a Requiem review like right after it comes out. It'll probably take a week or 2, but yes, that's the plan. Come on, Rebecca, stick with me. Yeah, I should have run further. Hold on. I'm gonna run that back and just go straight down the hallway from the beginning. Had such a good opportunity to take over the Infamous audience after they went silent, but they didn't. Bro. And the reason they didn't was literally just because Activision didn't make another game. Even though Prototype was set up for a 3rd game. They left that thread hanging there. It was very much set up for a crazy 3rd game. TLDR, without spoiling, like, Prototype 1 and 2 story-wise, just in case. Because now I see people like Tibby are like, oh, I might check that out. The TLDR on it is that they mention the existence of another character that is never seen in the first 2 games, who is like the perfect test subject for the thing that gives the protagonists their abilities. Like, they're the perfect host for that gives them the abilities. So they would theoretically be the most overpowered character that we had seen in the series. And it was very much thrown out there to set up a 3rd game. But then it never happened. There just never was a 3rd game. They stopped after the 2nd one. The Ultimate Host, yeah. It was very much set up as like, there's someone out there who is literally perfect for this. Like, it's perfectly bonded to them and everything. But then that third game never came to be. Which is part of why it still stings to this day. Because that setup was very promising, very exciting. Still has. If Activision ever, like, they still have the property. If they ever decide to do it, shouldn't he be the strongest? No, this other character's body was literally just from the get-go, like, the perfect host. Like, everything about their DNA and everything was completely perfectly suited to it. What was kind of the setup they were given. So they would have been way, way stronger. But then that sequel never happened. Rebecca, you wanna? No? Okay. How come I've never heard of this? It's mentioned in Prototype 2. And like I said, it's very much the setup for the potential third game. It's a character that we never see, but that we hear about, and then that third game just never came to be. Fuck's sake. Well, I guess it would be in Microsoft's hands now, since they own Activision. I didn't consider that. Nostalgia is big now. That is a good point. Could happen. It could. Oh, hiccup. Jesus. Drop a quick save, just because that was a great no damage. Neither character got hit once. Penultimate boss fight. We need another environment for Prototype 3 that isn't New York. It would be good. Can you imagine Bethesda making Prototype 3? Don't give it to Bethesda. Please, for the love of God. Not Bethesda. Shelved Perfect Dark? Perfect Dark apparently is still getting made. Just not under Microsoft. Because they canceled the game, and that was a big story. But then what no one covered was that, like, a few days later, similar to what happened with, like, the Tango shutdown a while ago, another company came in and bought the rights to the Perfect Dark IP, as well as the studio who was making Perfect Dark. So that game is still getting made. It's just going to come out not under Microsoft, apparently. Unless they cancel it. But why would you buy the studio and the property and then cancel it, you know? San Francisco could be cool. Amsterdam would be good just because it's a, like, what game is set in Amsterdam other than Deus Ex? As I said it. I can't think of a second game set in Amsterdam. I can't see, but it seems to be working, audio-wise. Just keep doing your thing, Rebecca. We got this. The no recovery item run. Take away all their games. Take away all their games. Don't take away all their games. You guys hear that? Well, all that stuff for Elder Scrolls 6 recently? With, like, a bunch of the, like, longtime employees who are absolute legends at Bethesda leaving. It's not looking great, I gotta say. The outlook on Elder Scrolls 6 is already a bit grim. Unfortunately. Like, their lead lore writer, yeah, the lore master, who, from, like, I think he was from all the way back in Arena. Like, Elder Scrolls 1, he left just recently, like, just a couple weeks ago, he dipped. He was like, nah, I'm out. I'm actually out. So unfortunately, it's already looking rough, which I hate to say,
Billy!
especially after so long. And like, I am an Elder Scrolls fan. I know so many Bethesda fans are like Elder Scrolls or Fallout. Hold on.
Hey, Queenie! Feast on this!
What's that? Oh yeah, so many Bethesda fans are like one or the other. I kind of enjoy Fallout, but I'm way more of an Elder Scrolls fan. So it hurts, all the things that I've been hearing lately about Elder Scrolls 6. Just waiting for the lodging. Lodging. It is an S rank. Whoa. Okay, it was 4 achievements. I was like, only 3 popped. 2 hours and 9 minutes. Pretty good. Apparently Microsoft still owns it. Oh shit, the S rank is what gets you the SMG. Oh, finally. And I got the rocket launcher. Both from the... I got 2 weapons. Is that not... What is the unlock criteria for the SMG, actually? Now I'm like, what is it that gets you the SMG in this game? Because the rocket launcher is definitely the S rank. Oh. The SMG is unlocked by completing the game under 5 hours on normal or hard difficulty. Upon starting a new game on the same save, the SMG will appear in Billy's inventory. Okay. So, SMG is from going, like, relatively fast, and then the rocket launcher is the S rank reward, as is tradition, like the highest tier speedrun reward. Okay, so I got 4 achievements that playthrough. The studio making it dissolved rather than being sold. I had seen headlines and articles going around saying they were bought. Does Microsoft still own the IP?
Resident Evil 0.
Did I get bullshitted? I wouldn't put it past gaming journalism at this point. I may have gotten bullshitted. Hold on. So, I have 4 achievements left in the game. Oh, I bet the obtain all weapons achievement won't pop until I actually am in game with the rocket launcher and the SMG, like, in my inventory. I'd be willing to bet that that's the case. Crystal Dynamics got close to moving it to Take-Two, but it fell through. Oh. I must have seen articles when they were talking about it, but it hadn't quite happened yet, and then it fell through. But yeah, that playthrough, we got finish the game without using a recovery item, finish the game without using a first aid spray, finish the game without combining herbs, and finish the game with rank S. The 4 achievements I have left for RE0 are finish the game on hard difficulty, combine every type of herb with each other, which I still need to go out of my way to do, finish the game without saving, and obtain all weapons. So, honestly, the move here might be to go and shoot for the herbs and just play through to get the weapons pulled together, because I bet that that's how that achievement pops.
A Midwestern town.
Too bad it's not like 3 Remake where you have those crazy coins. Bro, at this point, what weapons are you missing? We just got the rocket launcher and the SMG, so I don't think it's any. I think we just have to, like, get into game and use them, if that makes sense. Rebecca rocket launcher. You know what? Well, no. Chat, you want Western or Team Wesker? Since we just did leather. I could do the herbs on the hard mode playthrough, actually. I bet. Team Wesker. Western. Name of my mixtape, Wesker. There we go. Wesker Rebecca with a rocket launcher. Wesker easy. This is going to be a Rebecca run.
This is
Oh my god. Doing the herbs. And probably obtaining all the weapons. It might have to be in one playthrough. I don't know. Maybe as soon as I get to Billy, it will pop. I could look. We should have every weapon. Grabbing it just in case. It's like a pick up every weapon in one playthrough situation. So we're gonna need to do every possible combination of herb. So the first will be 3 greens, because I'll get a green, combine it to get double green, and then combine it again for the triple green. Usually the weapon achievement doesn't pop at unlock. Usually it does. It did in RE1 remake. But maybe it's like a in-game thing. Because we have every weapon unlocked. Vaguely remember something like that. I don't know. I'm just gonna enjoy my infinite rocket launcher. Oh, isn't there a green herb up here? Hold on, game knowledge. It's happening. I'm learning RE0 to the point where I can say, oh, there's a green herb up there. There, double green. We need triple green. And then we'll need green plus red. And then red plus blue, specifically. That's the weird one that... Why the fuck would I do that? And then one of each combined. Oh, He was gonna get up. The no saves playthrough next RE stream, just regardless of what happens here, I'll start up from the top, blast a whole playthrough without saves. It'll be easy clap. Like, it will genuinely be no issue. Oh, that's gonna be so nice. Do we want normal Billy or leather Billy? Probably leather Billy, right? I would assume we probably want leather Billy. I'm gonna guess that we want leather Billy. Oh, I'll send Billy because Rebecca needs to do the herbs. She has a fucking rocket launcher. I was gonna put Rebecca up there so that I could mess with the SMG, but she has to do the herbs. I don't know, still no achievement pop here. I might have to actually grab every weapon, like, in a playthrough. I feel like it should have unlocked right then when the rocket launcher came out, but I have no idea. Like, it clearly didn't. Can she kill you with that rocket? I hope not. There's Molotovs? Yeah, but we've made Molotovs before. Oh shit, how much you want to bet? Okay, it's the upgraded pistols. I bet you I have only ever upgraded Rebecca's handgun on this save file. There's only one handgun part per playthrough, right? That is why I didn't get it. For sure. One of the handguns I have not customized is what that means. Whether it be Billy's or Rebecca's. And I bet it's Billy's. I bet I haven't customized Billy's handgun before. Because normally Billy, I just have rocking the shotgun at that point. You probably can't kill Billy with the rocket. Probably. There's no other friendly fire. All of them, I guess. It's only 2 of them. Like, they do both have a unique handgun, but it's only the 2 of them. There, triple green herb. Send that key down as well. I can get the herbs, I bet. I was like, so is it even worth doing this right now? But I can do the herbs, I bet, in the next 30 minutes. We're on normal difficulty on this save file, so there are plenty of herbs throughout the game. I think. We'll see. We will see. The herb achievement is just so random. Like, you'd think that I would have it by now, but the fact that you have to do every possible combination, there we go, is what makes it weirdly specific. I'll go back through my VODs before next stream and see which handgun I upgraded on stream. Because since it will be like save file dependent, whichever one that was, we do the other one. Triple blue herb? No. No such thing. You can't combine multiple blues together. There are 6 combinations. It's green, double green, triple green, green plus red, red plus blue, and then green, red, blue in one. Speaking of green plus red, yoink. I knew these were here. There. Definitely can't with that attitude. I know, I know. So the triple green is done, and I'm gonna need another space, so grab that. But no, you can't put multiple reds or multiple blues together in classic Resi. Trying to think. No, there's no key item in that room. It's just like the shotgun and a first aid spray and stuff like that. Triple red would be great. It would literally do nothing. Which is also why you can't combine multiple blues together, since it is just removes poison and red only amplifies the effect of a green. It would at least be funny if they let you make these useless combinations, but they would quite literally be useless. So yeah, I need red plus blue, and then one of each for the herb combos. And then we're good. That's all of them. I bet I've never done triple green on RE0 before either. Like, until now. That absolutely is something I've never done in RE0. Other games? Yeah, fuck it. If I have a surplus of green herbs, as I typically do in most classic RE games, make a triple green. But RE0? Man, herbs are scarce in this game. I bet I've never combined 3 greens before. Need another... Well, I need 2 more red herbs. We'll see. I mean, hey, the pace I was going at that last playthrough, I can get through almost half of the game in 45 minutes. Oh, what am I doing? Why did I run up there? The ice pick has to go to Billy. I bet I can make it faster for the no saves playthrough. I bet I could zoom even quicker if allowed the opportunity. Sub 2-hour RE0 playthrough. I think it's possible for me with these weapons, at least. It really is just going to be the no save playthrough and the hard mode playthrough, and then we're done with 2 miscellaneous achievements that need to get done along the way. That really I should have paid more attention to earlier in the game. But it's whatever. The English dub of Kiwami 3 is trending on Twitter. I saw that it's trending literally just because it is so bad. And people are kind of in disbelief of such a big franchise putting out such an awful English dub. Little do they know, this is like the 5th time they've done it. This is nothing new. It's just this time there's the Kiwami 3 hate train, so the Yakuza fans started shitting on it. And everyone else is sort of like, wait, what?
Come on.
Yeah.
This game had a great lineup of unlockables. Like, I know that I now have all of them with the rocket and SMG being acquired. But this 100% is the best lineup of RE unlockables that we've seen. Like, in this 100% journey so far, this lineup is the best one. RGG could do no wrong a few years ago. Everyone loved them. I know.
Stay here.
Like, I wouldn't even say a few years ago. Like, when I came into the Yakuza community, at first, RGG could do no wrong. Like, less than 2 years ago, RGG could do no wrong. But now the sentiment flip has been insane.
This way.
Okay.
Granted, kind of deserved the way that they've been handling the IP recently, but it's such a crazy 180 from the community. Was the Tanimura shit? What even was the deal with that? I don't even really remember what went down with that. Watched your entire RE retrospective and I thought it was great. Thank you. I'm glad you've been enjoying it. The recast? Oh. Yeah, didn't they recast his actor because of like a drug scandal as well? Wasn't that the reason they replaced him? Oh. Blam! Point blank. Classic RE rocket launcher. Doesn't hurt me. That was Tanimura. Well, there was another one in Judgment. There was another drug scandal actor with Judgment. But they replaced his likeness post-launch for Judgment. Oops. Like those exploding trees, you stop. I didn't get the key card.
Okay.
I just actually straight up skipped it. Great. Great. Why is this one so fucking loud? This is the loudest rocket launcher in RE so far. It's great. It's a great rocket launcher, but it's so much louder than the other ones. What in the world is that gun? Infinite rocket launcher. You get it for completing the game with an S rank. Oh, I forgot the key item. Fuck. Oh. The cutscene played. I didn't leave yet. And I gave the briefcase to Billy. That's why I've never had it? Yeah. It's hard to get. You gotta go out of your way for it. All of this never would have happened if Nagoshi was there. You believe that? No. I think Nagoshi gets put up on such a pedestal by a lot of the community. The Yakuza, like the current Yakuza community. Simply because he wasn't around when a lot of... Or sorry, when they became fans of the series, he was already gone. So I think a lot of like Negoshi's failures and shortcomings as like a producer on the series are just genuinely completely forgotten by that portion of the community because they just weren't around for it. I don't know diddly squat about Negoshi. Exactly. Like, so many current Yakuza fans only became fans after he left and the series was put in Yokoyama's hands. So they just don't really know. Like, so much of, at least what I and a large portion of the community criticize RGG for, were things that started while Negoshi was there and still leading the franchise. Like the excessive asset reuse and particularly the very half-assed approach to remakes, that started under Negoshi. Like, he was fully involved in all that. They're just carrying that forward. It's just what they've always done, you know?
I'll go over.
Billy SMG time, let's go. Uh-oh. You plan on reviewing Mobile Mission 3? Yes. Wait, you can... Chat, can you aim left and right with other guns in RE0? That's not a normal mechanic for classic RE. Like aiming left and right while firing, but not turning left or right. Since when is this a thing in classic RE? What the fuck? Is this an RE0 weapon-specific mechanic that I just never knew existed? Sorry, I'm kind of in awe of this now. That's crazy. That's actually wild. How did I never know about this? The punger of Dojima. I gotta get back on the Yakuza. Sorry, let me aim over here, and then back in the middle. And now we go. I'll gladly snipe him if you find proof. Innocent until proven guilty. He definitely did. Gonna be sad when we leave the PS2 era Yakuza games. Kind of, but like we're going into Kenzan, you know? Oh fuck, the card. I didn't grab the card. Good enough for me. He did do it. It's true. He did make those puns. Justice. True fact. You guys think I'm gonna make it in time? I think I will. I can't believe I forgot the card. It's so wild. Never done this before. It's all in Japanese and I can't read it. Yeah, fair. It's like the one big downside of the Gmod ports, outside of just the games being what they are, is no localization. But in fairness, they're not intended for the Western side of the community. And like, they're not really trying to specifically serve them up to Westerners or anything. They're just trying to preserve the games as they were. That's really the only goal with them. So I get it. Thank God I can read most of it. They're cool time capsules, yeah. It's great to have them preserved, but the preservation effort is very minimal. They're not doing anything that wasn't done before, you know? Oh, a professional husky. I didn't read that right. For a second, I thought that might have been an L. From the weird DLCs of RE7. Let's go. Video's still cooking. How long did you ban him for? I think he did the 5 minutes, just the standard one. Perma ban. Hold on, it's after 3 p.m. Why do people see it as an L? I think it's just because the L before the H throws it off, maybe? I don't know, I had to double take. I was like, was that an L? On math.
This is Billy. I've engaged the control device for the brake. Over.
Roger. I'll put the brake on now.
36. Okay. I should not have started with 3. Let's do that. Okay, it's 10, 20, 25, 30. There, 36. Fucking random numbers. Bullshit. You know, playing RE0 with everything unlocked is a totally different experience, chat. Let me tell you. Very different. It's funny that we've totally looped. I never thought I would be this fast at playing RE0 in my life. But, like, we already, you know, played through the train and everything. The whole fucking game. Earlier this stream. Beginning of this stream. I never thought I would be this fast at playing RE0. Never in my life. I am gonna need both of those herbs, but not combined. I need blue herbs. And another red. I need 1 more red and 2 more blues to be able to get the herb mixing achievement. Billy's got it. Never doubted him. Never once. Nope. No herbs here. I think there's another green one over this way. We'll see. Hello, Luca. How's it going? Slam! The rocket launcher in this game is wild. The effects are really good on it. I love RE0 visually. It's the one thing I've never been able to say a bad thing about with this game. I just played RE6 and oh my god, what a steaming pile of dog shit. False run. Oh shit. How dare. There's no herbs in here. I can't even really do much in here until I get the crank. So I might as well go get that first. Where is the crank? Oh, it's in the room upstairs with the birds. I'm even learning where key items are at this point from memory. Another may fall soon. Any herbs in here? Maybe. No? Okay. Until they have a solid 100 hours in it, she's gatekeeping it. She's subjecting you to more if you want to shit on it. Did Billy get animation locked there? He may have. No, he did not. Sweet. If you have 100 hours in the RE6, I worry for you. I know someone who has more than 100 hours in RE6. Thank you for the sub. I can't see names. I need to figure out why. Keeps you from saying troll names? I mean, I just literally can't even see the names. I need to fix it. There's a red herb up here. Right? I swear. There is! Birds! Fuck off! I skipped the ones with fixed camera. Oh. No. Not another one. They can't keep getting away with this. I just need that basement open to get the blue herbs. I know there are blue herbs in that basement. I know. They should make a fixed camera mod for RE6, honestly. I bet that would play so shit. Oh, well, I guess I just need Billy out here. It's different when you know the context. It does. This chat makes me feel like mega unk. Me too.
Come on.
And
Roger.
I'm in my mid-20s. Fucking zoom in though. Oops. I thought the cutscene would start right away. That was me trying to skip it before it even came up. Is 23 mid-20s or still early? I mean, it's got to be mid, right? Because, like, 20, 21, 22, that's, like, early. 3, 4, 5, 6. Mid. 7, 8, 9, late. Probably. It's a bit of a weird... You gotta split it up into 3 sections, but there's... What's it? There's 10 numbers that have to get split into 3. So one of those categories needs to have 4 years in it. And if one category has to be slightly larger, it would make sense for that to be the middle category. I'm using math for this bitch. I'm solving this deep question with math, fuckers. (24 to 7) is mid, but then only 8 and 9 are late. That can't be right. It can't be. A rocket launcher hit the dining room table. Shit. Where is he? I hear him like, it sounds like he's turning around a whole lot. There. I think 27 to 9 is late. It would have to be. Like, each category has to have at least 3 years. And like I said, it would only make sense for the middle category to be the one that is ever so slightly larger. Right? It only makes sense. Fine wine, nom nom. He's not wrong. He's not wrong. I can't disagree with him there. 27 is good too, though. 27 is also good. I just realized the time. Honestly, with how fast I'm running RE0, I could finish this achievement real quick at the start of next stream and then start up the no save run, I bet. Or I could just keep a separate save for it. Or I could do it during the speed run. I'll see. I'll see what I want to do next time. I might just start from the top again and do the herbs and the handgun upgrade all during the no save run. When will we get RE Gaiden 2 for the Game Boy 2? Probably after we get a Game Boy 2. I would have to imagine. Anyway, oh, wrong screen. It is about that time. I got to get back to video work, so I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did enjoy and you haven't done so already, feel free to go ahead and leave a sub, follow, whatever. Come back another time. We're doing this. We're doing all sorts of other things like Ace Combat, Metal Gear, Yakuza. All sorts of good stuff. Come back for any of it. Also, if you enjoyed and you haven't done so already, feel free to go ahead and leave a like on the YouTube side. It helps out with algorithm and stuff. Boosts the stream. You know how it goes. I appreciate it if you've done so already. Thank you if you're about to do so. If you're looking for links to anything else outside of Twitch or YouTube to engage with the community, check out links in the description below on YouTube, or if you're on Twitch, they're on the channel page, they're in chat commands, things like Twitter, Discord server. Whatever you're looking for, you'll be able to find it all there. Other than that, though, once again, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you always back here next time. I hope you all have a good rest of your day. Thank you for coming to the stream, and goodbye.